You triggered the traps, didn't you? Oh, no. Oh, hang on. You're a human, aren't you? Huh. In my territory. Never would have thunk. Let me take a look at you. Oh, dear. You are bleeding pretty badly. Those stone spikes cut you across the leg and, oof, your side, too. You know, those defenses were designed to stop armies, you know? People in armor and padding, not lone travelers wearing a shirt. Trousers, this is bad. I should leave you. I should just leave you. But I'm supposed to leave you. That's what the old laws say. Trespassers in giant territory face consequences. It's, the consequences of intrusion. That's the way it's been for thousands of years. But I don't think you knew that, did you? I don't think you were invading. I think you were just exploring. Something like that. Now you are. You know what? To hell with the old laws. I am not going to leave you to bleed out in a trap I set. So, try to relax. It's gonna hurt, but I need to move you. It'll be quick. My home is just beyond that ridge. You can't see it from here because the mountain's inside it. Actually, even when you get closer to it, no one's found it in a really long time. But try to stay conscious if you can. Focus on my voice, on the movement. I'm gonna go quickly, but I'll be as gentle as I can manage. Admittedly, it's been a while since I've had to be gentle with anything. You've got to be terrified, huh? Giantess warrior carrying you off to their lair. Sounds like something from a cautionary tale, doesn't it? Don't your kind tell their children stories like that to keep them from wandering into the old mountains? Well, that's if they even still tell those stories. Do they still tell those stories? For all I know, they might have forgotten my kind entirely by now. Okay, here we go. Carefully. There you go. Welcome to my home, I suppose. I mean, not much to look at, just stone and furs and weapons I haven't had to use in decades, but it is dry and it's safe, and it's where I'm going to keep you from dying. So, please excuse the mess. I wasn't expecting company. I haven't had company in, Anyway, all right, let's see. Water, bandages, medicinal herbs. They're old, but they should still work. Giants age slowly. Apparently, so does everything in our inventory. I need to examine your wounds properly, if you don't mind. The trap spikes are designed to pierce armor, so on unprotected human flesh, they are, Let's take a look. Yeah, that's what I thought. Deep punctures tearing. Heavy bleeding. This is going to hurt. I'm sorry. I would offer you something for the pain, but I would have to leave you to gather the plants right now, and I don't want to leave you alone right now. I don't want to let you just keep bleeding. So okay, that didn't come out right. What I mean is you're badly injured. You shouldn't be left unattended. And that's what I meant. Although if I'm being truthful, I also just I don't want you leaving. Yeah, I don't want you. I don't want to be alone again. Already, not yet. Not when I finally get a visitor, right? Oh, you're wondering who I am? Why? Okay, why I'm here? Okay, so well, here's the deal. My name is Kel. I'm well, I suppose I'm the last guardian of the mountains here. The last of my clan. The last giantess or warrior in the entire range, if not the last in the world, for all I know. I don't really go beyond this area. I wasn't always alone. We weren't always alone. My people, these mountains used to just be riddled with giants. There are still forges and halls and training grounds. There were families, there were friends. There was purpose. And it was a long time ago. Okay, this one's a little worse. The spike caught you at an angle and it tore more than it pierced, so I'm gonna have to, okay, you know what, here, but bite down on this leather strap, it'll help. Alright. When you're ready, give me a nod. Good. Brave little human. Alright, now steady. Breathe through it, that's it. Worst part is almost over. I just need to clear out any debris and then I can close it properly. You're doing really well. Better than some warriors I've seen, to be honest with you. You've got strength. I can see it from here. I can see it even now that lying down here and bleeding, I can still tell. Alright, the bleeding is under control, I think. You'll live, though you will be sore for a few weeks, and you're gonna have some scars, some mementos of having met a giantess. I know I'm prattling on. I haven't spoken to anybody in decades. You can't imagine what it's like. Or maybe you can imagine, but... Can you? Can you imagine what it's like to have a voice and have no one hear it, to have thoughts and have no one to share them with? I mean, I talk to myself a lot, of course. That's what happens when you're alone long enough. Like full-on conversations, arguments. I argue, debates about absolutely nothing of consequence. I think I was beginning to forget what it was like to have someone actually be here, someone real. Here, take this, drink this slowly. Your body needs to replace what you've lost. Sip it all down. There you go, good. All of it that you can manage, if you can manage it, please. My people left some time ago to fight in a great war. The human kingdoms were battling over... you know what, I can't even remember anymore. Land, resources, pride, the usual reasons. And both sides wanted giant warriors as allies. We thought we could turn the tide of any battle just by our strength and our size alone. So my clan chose to fight. They believe in honor. They believe in keeping the ancient pacts with the human lords who had been our neighbors. For generations they were our neighbors. I was young. I was really young for our kind, about 100 years old, practically a child by giant standards, and so they made me stay behind, told me to guard our homeland while they went on to win glory in the battlefield. They never came back. I don't actually know what happened. I don't know if they fell in battle or if they were betrayed or they just decided not to return to these empty mountains. I waited. Years became decades, decades became this. Who knows? Maybe they marched off to the glory of battle and it was so glorious they decided never to come back. Never wants to leave. I stay here and I keep the defenses active because that's what I was told to do. Yeah, told to guard the territory and maintain the wards, protect our home. Even though there's no our anymore. I can't protect our home because there's no our. There's just me. You know, talking to the walls and the wind and the memory of voices that I'm starting to forget. But you didn't come here to listen to an old warrior's loneliness. You need rest. Your body's in shock. You've lost a lot of blood. And, here, these are probably enormous for you. Giant-sized bedding, but they're warm and they're clean. Clean enough. Like I said, I don't exactly have guests to impress. I'm... That was a joke. I'm not very good at them anymore. Anyway, you should sleep. I'll keep watch. You know, old habit. Warriors don't sleep very deeply. We don't sleep for long. So I'll be here if the pain worsens, if you need anything. Do you need anything? Okay, sure, what's that? Oh, of course. I mean, of course I'm going to let you leave. I mean, when you're healed. I'm not a prison warden. I'm just someone who couldn't walk away and let you bleed. I mean, I will admit that I'm not in a hurry for that day to come, right? I know that's selfish. I know that you have a life somewhere, right? You've got people who care about you. You've got places to be. I'm just some strange giantess who pulled you from a trap and patched you up. But, you know, just for a little while. Yeah. Just for a little while, there's somebody else here living and breathing in these halls. Somebody else's heart is beating besides just my own. And never mind. Never mind. We can talk more when you're stronger, right? Oh. Well, sure, if you want to know more about giants, what we're like and all that. Sure. If it helps you rest, I'll tell you. Once upon a time. That's how human bedtime stories go, right? Once upon a time. We were craftspeople as much as we were warriors. Every giant learned to work stone and metal from childhood. And these mountains are full of our work. Bridges that will stand for 10,000 years. halls carved into the living rock. Weapons that were forged with techniques humans never even learned. When you're feeling better, I'll show you, if you want to see. Once you're up to walking again. Anyway, we valued strength, of course, but also beauty, right? Precision. A sword isn't just a weapon. Sword making is an art. Walls don't just protect us and defend. It's walls are a statement that we've been here. We built something worthy. I was training to become a master smith before the war. I never got to finish my apprenticeship, but I remember enough. The weight of the hammer, the heat of the forge. The satisfaction of shaping something from raw metal into something with a purpose. Your sword, the one you were carrying when you triggered the trap, it's human-made, but it's very well crafted. Someone who knew what they were doing forged that blade. Do you know its maker, or was it bought from a market? Oh, family heirloom. So, like, passed down through generations. That's good. That makes sense. That's the right way to honor a well-made blade. Use it. Carry it. Let it serve each generation in turn. So much better than letting the weapons rust in empty armories because there's no one left to wield them. But you know what? I'm supposed to be helping you sleep, not dwelling on empty halls. So, tell me something about you. Where were you traveling to when you found my territory? What were you seeking in these mountains? Huh? So just that, just adventuring, discovery type of thing? You just wanted to see what was beyond the next ridge? I can understand that. And that's the same curiosity that drove the Giants to explore in the first place. To build, to reach beyond what they knew. You know, you remind me of... no, you know what? You remind me that not everything has to stay frozen in the past. That there are still people out there who are seeking and exploring and living their lives fully instead of just existing. It's nice. Anyway, you know what? You should sleep. You sleep now. Your wounds need rest to heal properly. And dawn is still a few hours away, so I'll be right here. I'm not going anywhere. I mean, hell, this might be the first time in over 80 years I actually want to be exactly where I am, so... You rest, little traveler. You're safe. The traps won't harm you. I'll make sure of that. And when you're well enough, I will teach you the safe paths through this territory so that, you can leave when you're ready. And maybe... Well, maybe you don't have to. Or maybe you'll tell the others that the last guardian of the Giant Mountains isn't a monster or a cautionary tale. Maybe just tell them that I'm someone who's been alone too long and forgot what it meant to have company. But also someone who is very glad that you stumbled into her territory. Even if the circumstances were terrible. Anyway, you sleep. Dream of whatever adventures are gonna wait for you beyond these mountains, and know that for however long you're here, you have given an old warrior something priceless. Something I thought I'd lost forever, so... Oh. Just the hope that these halls might not always be as silent as I am. Thank you. Thank you for that. And get some sleep. I'll see you when you wake up.